Welcome back. Legacy point 2, and this is my favorite. Fill the kit. Now use your imagination here and think of this worship kit as an I love you box. Because at the heart of your devotions, you want to help your child learn to express love for God. And this object is also going to help them too. And it's designed for a kid to say, I love you. And it's also personalized as your child's been able to decorate it. And what kinds of things would you like to put in it? Now we're going to give you some suggestions for the beginning of it, but you might not include all these, or certainly include some more. We mentioned the candle, and that's fun for kids to bring out and say, well, it's devotion time, it's going to be special. But when you light that also, Jesus is the light of the world. Let him light up our lives. That's simple. All right. And what are some other things? When you give your offering, it's a way to say, I love you, God. And help your children by putting offering in their envelope. When they get special allowances or whatever, you say, well, what would you like to set aside special in your I love you, God box? And give to God for his important work to help people. The prayer pillow, when you need a break and it's time to say, I think you need to have some quiet time, and set this down and let your child have a special prayer pillow time that they quietly think of all the wonderful things that God's given them, and it's a way to say, I love you, God, for all your good things you give us. The glow-in-the-dark cross, or maybe there's another favorite cross that you have or would like to decorate. The more your child personalizes it, the more this becomes an expression of their love. All these things encourage your child to talk about, and then bring it back to saying, well, this is just a way that you're saying, I love you, God. And you can remind them that God loves them. Now, what are some other things you might put in? Now, I'd like you to think about this. What special gifts does your child have that can be an expression of saying, I love you? Does your 4-year-old like to color? How about putting a crayon in? And it reminds little Nick that when he makes a special card for someone, it's a way that he's showing, I love you, God. So the crayon, when he sees it in there, reminds him that he's a special, good artist. Or when you're out walking with Kelly and you see a special flower, and isn't it wonderful God made that? He loves us so much. Maybe we should put that in your worship box, and it'll remind us how God made everything and we love him. You see those things? They remind us of how God loves us and our expressions back. They're tools for conversation to happen. It becomes a little treasure box to your child. So now it's time to use a little bit of imagination. And what items would you put in here? We've kind of filled it up, but would you discuss at your groups, what are those things that you could put in there that help your children talk about I love you, God, and also the way that God loves them? Okay? Let's do that now.